This is Arts Alive. I'm Lynda Philippi. My guests today are Mike Pace and Blake and Kelsey Ramsire, and they're here to talk about a very special production coming up at Gallery Theater. Welcome.
Thank you.
Glad you could be here today. So, Mike, let's start with you and tell me a little bit about Cinderella, the British pantomime, and how you decided to do this production.
Yeah. When I was studying theater at Linfield, I had the chance to go study theater abroad in London and Bath and Stratford. And in Bath, in England, we got to see a British panto of Jack and the Beanstalk. And as a 22-year-old person in this theater full of kids, I got the chance to be a kid again, to be a 7-year-old kid and shout at the bad guy and boo him when they got on stage and cheer the good guy and do a lot of, no you didn't, yes you did, no you didn't, with the actors on stage. And it was just an amazing feeling to be smiling and laughing the whole time you're inside this theater and then talk about it for the rest of the trip. And I wanted to bring that magic that I experienced here to the United States. And I pitched it to Gallery and they thought it was a fantastic idea. And so that's how we came up with, sure, let's do a panto, which one do you want to do? And I was like, well, I found a script for Cinderella that I really love. You just want to try it? And so they signed up.
So here you are. And now, I don't know that Gallery's ever done something exactly like this before, have they?
I'm not sure either.
Yeah.
Rumor is maybe, but I don't know honestly.
And this is your directorial debut, is that correct?
Yes.
Oh my goodness, okay. So tell me a little bit about how you feel the production's going. And
Good, it's coming along great. It's been a long process. We started in mid-June and it's coming along great. The sets are almost all done and painted and costumes are almost all done. We have, I think, 2.5 weeks till we open. And the songs are there, the acting's all there. And so it's going to be great.
You want to talk about the dates?
Yes, the play opens September 5th and runs weekends through September 27th. It's Friday night, Saturday night, and Sunday matinee.
Okay. Perfect. Okay. And you two, husband and wife in real life, and star-crossed lovers on the stage, huh?
Yes.
Cinderella and Prince Charming?
Yep.
Okay. So, Blake, why don't we start with you and tell me a little bit about, your background as an actor and what this role's like for you?
Sure. Actually, it all started in 5th grade. I was in Wizard of Oz, and I was the lion in Wizard of Oz. So.
Okay, that's always a good one.
Oh yeah, and so from that day on, I was just like, I really love this stuff, and I love entertaining people, and.
So this kind of a production is really fun for you because it's physical and it's exciting and
very
high energy.
Yep, it is a lot. I had a lot of fun. I mean, that was my main role was that little Wizard of Oz one, but the most exciting one so far has been when we did Rocky a couple of years ago. And, as Brad, and just that type of atmosphere. If you really want to focus on being a good actor, that's the route you want to go, because they yell at you and you have to stay focused throughout that whole process. So, but I've always loved entertaining people. So. And
do you sing quite a bit in this production?
Yeah, actually, that's my strong part. My dancing is not
okay.
good. Okay. So, but that's my strong part. I've been singing since probably 3rd grade. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you obviously have the starring role as Cinderella.
Stepping out from the chorus line.
Okay, but you've done quite a bit with Gallery.
Yeah, on and off for the past 10 years. I did Footloose my senior year and kind of just caught the bug. And just been doing it ever since.
That's great. So what's this role like for you?
It's really fun. It's interesting. I've never been in a true comedy before that I've actually had lines and not just reacting in the background or anything. So it's definitely been interesting for me to step up and not break, because as Magenta in Rocky, I could laugh whenever I wanted to because I was just the crazy maid who got to do whatever she wanted. And this one, everyone's kind of testing everyone to see when they're going to crack, and it's fun. It's making me step up as an actor.
Good,
So what's your little trick to sort of stay in character and not break when you're not supposed to break?
It's basically Cinderella has this face that she's just always so bright-eyed, and she always has a little bit of a smile, so if it gets a little bigger, it's okay. And then, pretty much.
So it's just focusing on keeping your eyes just big and bright.
Yes.
Okay.
Very innocent.
And then slap the other actor when you get off stage.
Right.
So what's this like for you, directing a cast where everybody's really having a great time, and it can like maybe sort of veer off into, pull it back, pull it back?
It's good. Part of my directorial style is to let the actors just go with it and just see what they can do. If I don't like it, I change it. And so it's been fun to see them push themselves to see how big they could go before I get up and say, no, no, no.
That's
you need
too
to settle
big.
that down.
Yeah.
And so it's been interesting for me to see them work together and collaborate on how a scene should go. Yeah.
It's a lot of fun. So you want to talk a little bit about the rest of the cast that you have?
Yeah, we have some good gallery old people, or not old timers, who've been there around a lot.
Experienced.
Experienced.
Okay.
That's like old, right? The cast is
Veterans.
old. And then we have a bunch of new people who've never been in a show before.
Oh, great.
And so it's been really good. Names you would recognize would be R.J. Carey. Emily Jones was just in Secret Garden. Who else do we have? Roman Martinez. Webb Thomas was just in Cat in the Hot Tin Roof. Kelly Ashton is our fairy godmother, and she's been in quite a few shows.
Yeah.
Who am I missing?
Brett.
Brett Hardy he works at Linfield, and he's been in a couple of shows
Is
recently.
he one of the stepsisters?
He's not. He's
Oh.
Cinderella's father.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Webb and Roman are our stepsisters.
Oh, okay, good. That'll be fun.
Yeah, it's going to be very good.
And then you have some brand new people and just filling in and doing
In the
that.
chorus is a bunch of people who've never been in a show before.
Okay, so they get to be the townspeople and.
Yep.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Backup singers and dancers, and
Fun.
it's been amazing because a lot of them don't have a dance background at all, but they've been spot on with the choreography. It's just been amazing to see them work so hard and dedicated to the show.
So is RJ doing the choreography?
No, Ember Eastman is.
Oh, okay.
And she's amazing. She was a godsend. Someone gave me her name, and she had loved the script right away, and said, I'll do it. And she's actually
Great.
gonna be in the
She's
show one
great.
night even.
Yeah.
Oh, perfect.
Yep.
Oh, perfect. Okay, great. And then you were talking about your costumer. You want to talk about her a little bit?
Yeah, our costumer is Laurel Peterson. She is the costume designer at Linfield College, and she has a master's degree from Boston College in costume design.
Wow.
And we're just blessed and lucky to get her to sign on to our show. Yeah,
So you're just pulling in those Linfield connections.
yeah, I'm an
For
alum
you.
and I used to work there, so
Yeah.
yeah. It's,
Yeah, why not?
exactly, might as well. And she's been amazing. Just the drawing she showed me the first day, I was like, let's do exactly like this. This is exactly what I was picturing in my brain. And so it was perfect from day one.
I mean, that's something that's always interesting, isn't it, with the costuming, because it's such a big part of the show, and yet it's sort of, I mean, it takes a ton of energy, a ton of time to get all of that right, and just, I would think, kind of an army of people to make it all come together.
Yes.
We still need people to help us sew. 'Cause
Yeah.
There's always alterations to make up till we open.
We
Right.
have a few cast members that can sew, but not many. But they
They've been
were
helping
here
though.
yesterday working away.
Okay, good. And obviously you have a big, I mean, the starring role, but you're doing a lot of singing in this too. And so this is the first time that you've had to carry so much of the show
Yes,
in terms of, even in terms of singing.
Yes, I've had a couple solos before, starting like the first song of the show, but then that was pretty much it. So the fact that I have, 2 solos and 2
And a duet.
duets,
Mhm.
it's been nerve-wracking, but we're getting there.
Yeah.
We're getting there.
And you have other duets with Prince Charming?
One with him,
Yeah.
and then one with the fairy godmother.
So do you practice at home together singing?
We
We
do.
were up late last night
Yep.
practicing that song.
Yeah.
We, and our lines.
Yeah. Definitely, definitely helps because I haven't been able to make it to rehearsal too often because of my work schedule. I just got a new job. I didn't want to step on any toes when
no,
I
of
got it.
course.
So
Yeah.
so the fact that she's Cinderella and we could study all of our scenes and it's been very awesome to have her at home so we can practice. So,
Yeah, that's great.
yeah.
And you've done several other shows together. You did Rocky Horror, and then you did.
Chicago,
Chicago,
and
yeah.
Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor.
So that's, I mean, it's kind of fun that you have that opportunity to sort of do it that way. And,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and
it's nice that we share that because it's it's huge in me. Like I couldn't breathe without drama and that. So it's nice that he kind of feels the same way.
Yep.
I don't
And all of our scenes are completely, I mean, yeah, we're acting as 2 other people, but it's just so natural. It just seems so natural. And same thing with Kelsey and RJ's scenes. They've known each other for years, so their chemistry is just, it's hilarious
He's
to
my
watch
best friend
them.
in the show, and he's
Yeah.
secretly in love with me, so.
Okay.
Spoilers.
Spoiler alert. Yeah, and
So-
it's, some of the characters are different. Like the RJ character, that's a different. That's
Right, he
not.
plays a role called Buttons. That's not in the Disney version, but he's in every single panto you'll ever see in British. A lot of them are actually called Buttons, and it's about him instead of Cinderella. And so, yeah, that's a new character. And then Cinderella's father's not always in the show. Usually he's passed away.
Sideline or something. Yeah, right.
Yeah, and then I think the rest of them, the stepsisters are always there. Not always played by men, like in our production, but yeah. So the main one is, and Dandini is a British character that is the prince's chief of staff. And so he's a new character to an American audience.
Okay.
Played by Skylar Wolf.
Played by a girl in our production, yes.
Oh, how fun. Okay, that's great. I like that. So it's just kind of a nice mix-up, and this will be
Yeah.
great introduction for audiences who maybe have never seen this sort of thing before. Probably going to think, this is a lot of fun. So is this a family-friendly show?
Yes and no.
Okay.
Is my answer. So if we were in Great Britain, absolutely yes. But they have a different idea of conservatism.
What's appropriate for kids
For
of a
kids,
certain
I know
age?
it's not. So most of the jokes, I'll say 99% of the jokes, are written to go over kids' heads, like Shrek, right? Where
Right,
there's
right.
a lot of
Shrek
adult
humor,
jokes and a
yeah.
lot of kid things, and so yes, you could bring kids to it, and I would bring my kids to it. People need to be aware that parental guidance is suggested for the show.
Okay.
Come see a dress rehearsal or something if you're not sure.
PG
Okay.
show.
Yeah,
All right. That's a good, I mean, that's kind of a good warning, so
yeah.
it's probably pretty safe.
Yeah.
Most people won't mind. It just seems like it's so much fun.
It is.
That
Yes.
it'd be nice for the kids to be able to come and see it,
Yeah.
you know, because that's,
And there's a lot of interactions with Buttons talks to the kids a lot, and it's really nice. You get to boo at the
I mean,
stepmother.
it's kind of like a
Exactly.
good
It's so fun.
introduction for kids too, to maybe like more of the world of adult, maybe a more adult themed theater, but in a kind of a safe, you know, sort of
Yeah.
jumping off
But
way.
we never
so.
go too far.
Yeah.
We're not.
Right.
We're trying to, we're aiming to please everybody.
Yeah.
That's great.
And looking back when her and I were kids, I mean, we look back at some movies that we watched as when we were kids' age, and we're like, that was in this movie?
I know,
Jeez.
it's true. You go back, you go back to something and you catch the joke or the illusion.
Yeah,
and
we're like,
you think,
oh man.
I totally
What
didn't
were
get
my
that.
parents
Exactly.
They were thinking that you were an innocent little kid. You were clueless.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of that in this production. There's a lot of jokes
go
that
right
people
over their heads.
that it's written moments that the kids will laugh, but the adults will laugh in a different way. At the adult version of the joke.
Which is really kind of fun.
It is. I think so.
It's just kind of, it's humor's on every level.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay,
Exactly.
good. Well, and so let's run over the dates again. Just
Absolutely. So weekends in September, starting September 5th through the 27th. Friday and Saturday night curtains at 7:30, and Sunday matinee at 3.
now, I have a question. Are you doing any special events with the show? You know, sometimes they'll do a buy one get one, or some there's different sorts of
first-
things.
Saturday is buy one get one, I believe, and that's as far as I know in terms of tickets.
Okay, or any other like event sort of things that are going on with any before or after any of the shows? Not necessarily.
Not at this point.
Okay, good. Well, I mean, it's just sometimes there are and sometimes they're not. So, well, it's been really great to have you today, and I cannot wait to see this production.
It's gonna be a good one.
I know, it's so exciting. Thanks so much for coming.
Thanks, Lynda.
Thank you.
for having us.